September 26, 2013, Lucky 7 TV show pilot about a group of people who work at a gas station who end up winning the lottery and they win a whole lot of money. This is kind of an interesting concept. I like the concept to this show, but thematically wise, it has to have a point to it. What's all the statistics tell you that most people, like 80% of the people who win the lottery of over $1 million, they lose all their money and then some, even more, within 5 years. Of course, as a television show, most people don't want to see that, but that's an interesting concept. But thematically wise, what is the show trying to say? What is Lucky 7 trying to say? I don't know, and that's what makes the show not very good. The pilot not very good, or not as good as it needed to be, because it doesn't have a spine. Thematically wise, every show's got to be about something, right? It could be about many things, but there's an overall thematic that what they're trying to tell. Like Breaking Bad is a show about pride. The Sopranos is a show about depression and greed. What is Lucky 7 about? Nothing. It's not about anything. It's about a group of people. We learned from their stories. They win the lottery, and they all have their own problems, just like everybody else's. And then all of a sudden, they win the lottery, and things are going to change, of course. But and where your loyalties are going to be, and vice versa. And some of the people are good people who win the lottery. Some of the people are not so good people. But what is the show trying to say in this pilot? I don't think it's trying to say anything, and I think that's the problem with the show. I think in the pilot from the outset, you have to give us an overall thematic of what you're trying to say. Or plot-wise, you have to give us a tone of how the stories are going to be told throughout. There's got to be a little bit of an intrigue, a little bit of a mystery. And with Lucky 7, the pilot, which is something that I was really rooting for, doesn't seem to have that. A show that's filmed in my backyard in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So I know a few people on the crew members who were hoping for the show to be successful, because that means that's a very consistent paycheck for them for a long, long time, because generally the crew starts on a pilot and it does a few episodes, will generally be on that TV show for as long as they want to be, or for its duration. In front of the screen, Mr. Jeff Pangman plays the lottery consultant, somebody that I hope comes back on this show, somebody that I directed a Bravo film that he was a star in. So it was good to see my friend and colleague Pangman being in the front of the screen on this show. So something I'm rooting for. I want a good economy in Toronto. A show like this is successful. It helps out the economy. It helps out people that I know and consistent paychecks. It helps them pay for their mortgage. Maybe they get another kid because of it. Well, Lucky 7 I don't think is going to last. And it's got some pretty stiff competition ratings-wise as well, which is unfortunate, because I think this is a great concept. I just didn't think that it really told any sort of story that is worthwhile, or really didn't delve into sort of any sort of thematics, like I said. Thematic is the key of this review. There was none. That's my 2 cents.